Welcome back to another QuickFormational. I'm Sean Pennington, the CEO of Solomon IT, and this week we're going to continue down the train track of what it is MSPs do. And part of that is email security. Now, email security can come at lots of different price points. It could be 50 cents a user, or it could be upwards of $12 a user, depending on the platform that's being used, what its capabilities are, and how actually secure it is. So there is the range of just doing anti-spam, and you can find that at around 50 cents a user if you go to the right place. But how effective that is another story. And then you can find ones that do anti-spam, anti-phishing. Those are a little bit more costly. Maybe find those around the $5 to $7 range. But then there are ones that do collaborative security and cover all of your cloud in the sense of your Google Drive or your OneDrive. It includes the SharePoint, your email, and it also includes anti-phishing along with that. And those can get upwards of anywhere from $5 to $12, depending on the MSP and what they charge and the market rates and all that stuff. But what is it that you really need in email security? Well, in our opinion, you need the collaborative approach. This means that you're going to get the anti-spam, but you're also going to get anti-phishing, but you're also going to get something that scans your SharePoint or your Google Drive. It's going to look at the various parts of the entire picture. And with that, it's going to be scanning those things for malware and viruses or file types that shouldn't be there. And the reason why it's going to do that is because there are vectors of attack that actually have used OneDrive and Google Drive to inject a file that's kind of random, but they put it into a folder and we wait for somebody to click on it and launch it. Now, because it's coming from Google, sometimes it's trusted, right? Or because it's coming from OneDrive, it's in your OneDrive folder, your company or employees automatically assume that it's safe. But oftentimes that may not be the case. And so a collaborative approach that takes a look at all these things, not just the email spam, the email phishing, but also the collaborative amounts of everything else, this helps to secure clients and it helps to secure the businesses. But let's say that you're like, well, I don't use OneDrive. I don't use Google. I don't use all this cloud stuff. I just have my email. Well, that's great. Anti-phishing and anti-spam is a wonderful starting place, but it's something that your MSP absolutely should be taking responsibility of and implementing. At least something that is going to not just do anti-spam, but a minimum requirement we would say is anti-phishing. All right? Again, there are lots of platforms out there that do a lot of this stuff. Some of it more complicated, some of it less complicated. Some of it covers more stuff and some of it covers less. You want to find an MSP that takes email security and really goes to town with it. And to that extent, there is one part that we have run into that a lot of companies out there just don't seem to comprehend, and that is the DNS records that go along with email security, setting up your SPF records, your DMARC, your DKIM. And I know right now I'm speaking Greek to you, but these are things that they should know about. They go into your public DNS to help make certain that when email servers receive an email from you, they can authenticate that that email actually came from your server rather than it being spoofed by somebody else in the world stating that they are sending as you. And so that's a big deal because a lot of small businesses, they don't know this stuff, and a lot of small MSPs or less technical MSPs, they don't understand this as well, and they don't put these things in place. And when your email gets hacked, it may not be your email being hacked. It may be somebody else sending as though they had your domain. So locking down your domain and with DNS and with those records is absolutely vital to making sure that you are authenticated to other servers and that somebody can't act on your behalf and send somebody else an email. So, what does MSPs do? We do email security. And part of that includes everything that we've discussed today. Hope you have a great weekend. Happy Friday. This is Sean Pennington, CEO of Solomon IT, saying have a great weekend.